character, knowledge, confidence. SRK Higher Secondary School, Karikalampakam.
I love my school, SRK. Best of the best is SRK. Bright future means SRK. Quality education, SRK. Knowledge power lasts forever. Faithful friends to see the culture. Lovely teachers and wisdom. What's the culture we will start? I love my school, SRK. Best of the best is SRK. Bright future means SRK. Quality education, SRK.
Admission is going on from pre-KG to 12th standard. Group A1A, Maths, Physics, Chemistry, Biology. Group A1B, Physics, Chemistry, Computer Science and Biology. Group A2, Maths, Physics, Chemistry and Computer Science. Group A3, Accountancy.
Welcome back, my dear students. So after a couple of weeks, we are once again coming back to a fresh unit, in fact the third unit, and looking at the back side you may guess what I am going to teach. And lastly we have completed the second lesson prose, where I think you are comfort with the synonyms, antonyms and the short answer, as well as you would have prepared the 5 marks too. Students who had paid the first term fees and who had collected the notebooks, kindly I am saying use the notebooks, write the synonym, antonym, short answer, paragraph answer properly for all the prose lessons, right? And for the poems, once again write the poem topic, you write the ERC, short answer, comprehension question, what to say, figure of speeches, alliterations, rhyming schemes, rhyming words, etc., including the paragraph answers, right? You must be able to write all these things in your notebook, where that particular notebook should be submitted to me soon, the school as soon as the school has been started. In this position, for a couple of days, we have not couple of days, I think 2 or 3 days, I think so, we have revised in a week. How useful it is. You can pass the comments either to my personal number or to the office number or in the YouTube itself, so that if it is useful, we can go through in such a way too much. And if it is not useful, depending upon the comments of each and every individual, the tactics which we following will be modified to a position which is going to be good for all the students, right? Not for an individual, good for all the students. So with this, let us move on to the today's class, All the World's a Stage by William Shakespeare. So whenever we say that William Wordsworth, we know that he is a nature poet. We used to love their poems, where right from 8th standard you would have studied at least 3 or 4 poems of, at least couple of poems of William Wordsworth. Now coming to William Shakespeare, he is an excellent dramatist, and we used to say that Hamlet, Othello and Twelfth Night, etc., whatever his drama is going to be, whatever his poem like a sonnet, etc., is going to be, it used to be too lively when we are going to read the poems or the dramas of William Shakespeare. So in short, we can say they are the gods of literature in their era. Era means I have thought what is an era, and the காலகட்டம், right? அவர்கள் வாழ்ந்த காலகட்டத்தை தான் அந்தந்த ஈரான்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. செஞ்சுரி, நூற்றாண்டுகளில் வந்து செஞ்சுரின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ ஐ ஹோப் you all remember these kind of terms which I taught you in the previous classes. So let us go to the author's introduction. Yes, about the author William Shakespeare, who born in 1564 So he born in almost the 16th century and he died in 1660. So he lived for an year of 36, 46, 52 years. And out of these 52 years, the dramas and the poems which he gave to the human society is really entertaining, thinking, and it can do everything for the human beings. All his dramas, whether that is going to be the drama, comedy or tragedy or love story, whatever it is going to be, only two divisions, tragedy and comedy. It used to be loved by each and every individual who is going to listen to this drama, who is going to read his drama. It will be too lively. That is what the specialities of William Shakespeare. So William Shakespeare 1564 to 1616 was a prolific writer. That is what he is, such a well-known writer during the Elizabethan age and the Jacobean age of British theatres. So Queen Elizabeth and Queen Jacobin used to rule the country. So that particular period will be called as Elizabethan period, and then the Jacobean period. Who is going to rule the English country, the Queen or King? So in those ages, the British theatres plays a vital role, even in British theatres. So people used to pay for the theatres where the actors will be coming to the stage, as if we are seeing here Superstar movie or Silabasa movie or Kamalasa movie or whatever movies. No, you used to run to the theatres to saw. Like that in those days, in the Jacobean age and in Elizabethan age, people will be running to the theatre, British theatre, where the people will be dressing as if like the characters of William Shakespeare, and they will be acting in those ages. Sometimes it is called the English Renaissance. The English got a new life. The English language, the English drama got a new life. That is what called the Renaissance of English age. The Renaissance of dramatic age. This has been brought up by the William Shakespeare in the ages of Elizabethan and Jacobean ages. Okay, right? So Shakespeare's plays are perhaps his most enduring legacy, but they are not the only things he wrote. Shakespeare's poems remain popular to this day. So not only Shakespeare wrote the drama only for the British theatres in those ages, his poems are still appreciated by each and every reader. You see, after reading this poem, whether that is going to be William Wordsworth nature poem or this poem, you used to enjoy the sceneries. Shakespeare's rich and diverse work have spawned countless adaptations across multiple genres and cultures. Look at this. This is one of the important line which you can use for the paragraph answers. Shakespeare rich and diverse work. Rich means rich in language, rich in vocabulary. That is what the richness in Shakespeare's poem. Diverse works. Diverse works means don't think that the diverse between husband and wife, that is diverse. This diverse means versatility. Different kind of varieties has been mentioned here. So the rich and diverse work have spawned countless adaptations across multiple genres. Genre means, for example, poem is a genre, novel is a genre, drama is a genre, in poem itself, sonnet is a genre. Like that is what called genre. While you are reading, you should not read as genres, G-E-N, gen, R-E-S, res, genres, not like that. So, the exact pronunciation of this word is genre. Practice it. Genre. You must able to have all these kind of vocabularies with you. Adaptations across multiple of genres, not only this particular poem. He is going to sonnet, variety of genres, and the variety of cultures has been used in his poems, in his works by William Shakespeare, right? His writings have been compiled in various iterations in various iterations of the complete works of William Shakespeare. So you can, if you are going to see the collection of the complete works of William Shakespeare, you can have which you can see all kinds of poems, everything, see which I said in genres, which include all his plays, nothing but all his dramas, all his sonnets. I hope you will know what is a sonnet. Sonnet is a 14-line poem where the 12 line will be called as octet and the next 2 line will be called as sestet, right? That particular structure is called as sonnet, and other poems too. So you can see that the complete works of William Shakespeare. Just you go to the website, give us a complete works of William Shakespeare, you can see what are all the things that is available. And William Shakespeare continues to be one of the most important literary figures in the English language. Of course, he is one of the most concrete figure in the English literature. Whenever you talk about English literature, you can't move even a single inch without talking about William Shakespeare. So he plays a vital role, such a vital role in English literature. So now you would have got an mild information. I didn't give you full information. A mild tinge and taste of William Shakespeare about his works. Let us move to the poem. Yes, so coming back to the poem. All the world's a stage. இந்த உலகமே ஒரு நாடக மேடை. Of course, everyone will be accepting that, because nowadays people of being true, no, they are very less, and the people who are smiling artificially. And I thought the +1 poem, if you would have completed the poem, the first poem. Read the +1 poem if you have the textbook at your home. You will see everything. All the world's a stage, and this poem is an adaptation from Shakespeare's drama As You Like It. This is an adaptation from Shakespeare drama As You Like It. Right, coming to the warm-up activity. This is the life cycle of a butterfly. And look at that. Egg. In the plants, the butterfly used to lay the eggs at the back of the plant. This is what the first stage. And coming to the second stage, all these eggs used to be broken, and this particular stage is called larva stage. And the முட்டை உடைந்து புழுக்களாக மாறுவது. We used to say that caterpillar means கம்பளி பூச்சி, right? Caterpillar. And the next stage is the chrysalis. Next stage is chrysalis stage. That's it. The next stage is chrysalis stage. Chrysalis stage is otherwise known as a pupa stage. Where the maturity of the caterpillar will be happen in this stage. And the fourth stage is the adult stage, where the butterfly used to get its wings and it used to fly, right? So discuss with your partner the different stages in the growth of a man from a newborn baby to an adult. So you take some 5 or 10 minutes. You pass this class because you are in the YouTube. You pass this class and you can discuss with your friends or with your siblings or with your parents. Okay, here in this poem Shakespeare talks about the different stages of human being, right from a newborn baby to the very oldest stage, right? Let us go to the poem. Yes. So first listen to a reading of the complete poem, then read silently and get to know what Shakespeare says about the different stages in the life of man. You may refer to the glossaries given to the end of the monologue to help you. Of course, I will be giving the details and the explanations here. And here I am not going to read the entire poem, but if you want, we can read it also, right? All the world's a stage, all the world's a stage, and all the men and the women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. So his acts being 7 ages, at first the infant, mewling and pucking in the nurse's arms, then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining and morning face, creeping like a snail unwillingly to school. Okay, let us complete what the explanation for the read out lines, and then we can move to the rest of the things. So all the world's a stage, in the ulagame oru naadaga medai, where Shakespeare makes an excellent comparison of what he thought about this world. So he compared this world to a drama stage, and all the men and women merely players. So the men and women who born in this world and who is die in this world were the mere players in the stage, in the world stage. This is what Shakespeare initially saying. This is a wonderful comparison. All the world's a stage. So you can let me explain the figure of speech also in the initial line itself. All the world's a stage. What is the figure of speech here in the first line of the poem? Make a guess. Figure of speech. Metaphor. A general comparison is called a metaphor. A comparison with the keyword like or as is called simile, and you know how to personify it for personification, oxymoron, right? Here the world is compared to the stage, so this line is a metaphor. And all the men and women were players. So the men and the women were compared to the players. So once again the line is metaphor. If they are going to give the first couple of lines for figure of speech, you mention as metaphor. And if they are going to give you separately any one of the line, you mention as metaphor. And one more thing, what is men and women? M-A-N, man, is singular. M-E-N, men, is plural. W-O-M-A-N, woman. Look at here. Woman, W-O-M-A-N, woman, and W-O-M-E-N, women, plural, merely players. So Shakespeare says that this world is a stage, and all the men and the women who are living here were merely the players in this stage. They have their exits and their entrances, nothing but they have their exist means death, and their entrance means birth. Right? People are getting birth in this world and people are dying in this world. People are getting birth in this world and people are died in this world. That is what mentioned here. They have their exits and their entrances in the world. Right? And one man in his time plays many parts. One man in his time means this time what you can understand. This time refers to the life of human being. வாழ்நாள் காலத்தை குறிக்கிறது தான் in that time. The life of human being, right? And plays many parts. Here parts refers to the different stages in life. For example, you will be seeing here his acts being 7 ages. He is dividing the human stage into 7 stages, right? Here the life of human being have several parts, and his acts being 7 ages. So this is important. It is divided into 7 ages. At first the infancy. At first the infant. So what the infant used to do in the infant period? What the infant used to do? The infant used to mewling and pucking in the nurse arm. So you will be your mother, the women used to be admitted in the hospital, where after the birth the nurse used to bring the baby with a turkey towel, mewling and pucking in the nurse arms when in the period of infancy, infant, பிறந்த குழந்தை, infants. Mewling means nothing but crying or the noise which is created by a newborn baby is called mewling. The crying sound is called mewling. And pucking means spitting out. Not even say that it is spitting out. We can see if a newborn baby he don't know how to swallow the saliva, that baby don't know how to swallow the saliva. Only after feeding the mother, naturally all the babies, either that is going to be calf or puppies or whatever it is going to be, it is having the inborn quality of feeding. So after feeding only this kind of pucking will be stopped. Unless pucking means the saliva used to just flow from the mouth of the newborn baby. That is what called pucking in the nurse's arms. So at first the infant mewling and pucking in the nurse's arms, then means he is going to the second stage. So this is what the first stage. So this is what the first stage. What is the first stage? The infant. Right? This is what the first stage. Now second stage. Then the whining schoolboy with his satchel and shining morning face, creeping like a snail unwillingly to school. So then the whining schoolboy means I'm not going to school, like that you used to cry with your mother or father or whoever it is going to be. That crying sound of a boy or a girl is called whining. So then the whining schoolboy with his satchel means nothing but the school bag. Nothing but the school bag. So with the school bag and a shining morning face. So the mom used to wash the face with soap, everything, etc. The shining morning face, creeping like a snail, nothing but moving slowly. நத்த மாதிரி மூவ் பண்ணுறாங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க இல்லையா அந்த காலத்தில். So like that, creeping like a snail means moving very slowly like a snail, unwillingly to school. So the boy or the girl will not willing to go to the school, but somehow the parents used to drag and they will be just throwing you inside the school gate and they will just fly away. Rest of the things should be managed by the teachers. That's all, right? So yes, dear students, let us stop today's session with the second stage. So like unwillingly moving to the school, creeping like a snail, unwillingly moving to school. Next 5 stages we will be seeing in the next classes. What the most important thing which you have to follow is read the entire poem, mark down the figure of speeches which you have as a doubts. For example, that may be the figure of speech, that may be the alliteration, that may be the rhyming words, etc. For example, you can see men merely alliterating words, men merely the alliterating words in the sentence. அதுக்கு அடுத்தது பாருங்க, exits, entrances, plates, parts. Like this you can mark down. If you have any doubts, just put down in the comment box, or if you have any doubts you can just put a message to my number or office number. Prepare well, go through well. In the meantime, just revise the previous classes, the short answers, paragraph answers, everything, so that soon after the school started we can just write the examination and we can check it what kind of stage we are for the +2 examination. Here we are in the second stage in the William Shakespeare poem, but we want to know in what stage you students are for the outcoming public examination. This is going to be the $1 million question, so get ready by reading well. Thank you.
Character, knowledge, confidence. SRK Higher Secondary School, Karikalampakam.
I love my school, SRK. Best of the best is SRK. Bright future means SRK. Quality education, SRK. Knowledge forever, last forever. Faithful friends to see for sure. Lovely teachers and for wisdom. What's the culture we will start? I love my school, SRK. Best of the best is SRK. Bright future means SRK. Quality education, SRK.
Admission is going on from pre-KG to 12th standard. Group A1, Maths, Physics, Chemistry, Biology. Group A2, Maths, Physics, Chemistry, Computer Science. Group A3, Economics, Accountancy, Commerce and Computer Science. SRK Higher Secondary School, 45/7,